Hey everyone, in today's lecture we are going to look at some advanced SQL question based interview question. So first question that we are going to look at is replace employee ID with the unique identifier. So what we are going to go through is we are going to look at how to approach this question, and we are going to look at some 3 or 4 or 5 questions, and then we are going to look at how in those questions we are going to look at how to approach this through our schematic diagrams, and then we are going to write down the SQL script that we for this. So first question is replace employee ID with the unique identifier. So here we have the table name columns, table name employees, and with column name ID and name. So we have in the employees we have 2 columns, that is ID and name. ID is the primary key that we have already given, so which means it's in the next table that we have, that is employed uni. We have those 2 tables there, and in this we have each row of this table contains the ID and the name of an employee in a company. So we have those ID, we have this name, and then the unique ID. Unique ID is the primary key. Both are the primary key, which is means that first thing is that ID could be placed as the foreign key. What I mean by foreign key is that it could be considered as the key to connect both the columns, and the unique ID is could be considered as a primary key, which means it's not null and each value is very unique. So primary key combination of the columns with unique values. Each row of this table contains the ID and the corresponding unique ID of the employee. So we have got this table, and I'm also solving it now. I have not solved this question previously, so we will look onto those, like how we could solve this. So we have first let's look at write a solution to show that unique ID of each user. If a user does not have a unique ID, replace just show null. So what we need to do is basically we need to write a script that could show us the unique ID and the name of the employee, like this in this. So employee table 1 and employee unique, and the output should be unique ID with the those. So if you consider this, so what we need to do is basically we need to use join statement, and that's correct. We need to use join statement, but on which part? Let's see. So write a solution to show unique ID of each user. So we need to show the unique ID of each user. If a unique ID does not have, replace just show null. So if a unique ID does not exist, we just need to show the null values. Okay, so we have got, okay, if we don't have unique values, then we need to show null values, or we can't return the table in the any order. So here we have 2 tables, right? Table 1 with employee unique, and which contains ID and unique ID, and here we have employees which contain name and ID. So we need to get the name with their unique ID, basically this part. So which join we need to make? And yes, this is right join we need to make, and we will get our table value with unique IDs on them. So here Alice, those with have unique ID will be shown, and if they does not contain, it will be shown null. Now what we just need to do is basically make a right join statement without any condition. So I will zoom in first. Zoom in. Yeah. First we select the thing we need to show. So first we need to show unique ID name from which table, from table 1. So we could consider this as table 1 or this as any table 2, and then we could do just the swap of whole thing. Basically on table 1, in the next statement table 2 would be table 1, like so. Here I could consider this one as employee uni as a table 1, employee uni as a table 1, and we need to make a right join on table 2. So table 2 would be now our employee tables, so employees, and then on what's the condition. So here the employee uni dot id should be equal to employees dot id, and if I run this, we have gotten our result, and if I submit this, it would be now. What you could do is you could use left join and try to attempt this part as itself. Just you need to switch the table name. So here instead of uni, it should be game employees, and then the answer would be same. And I think, yeah, most of the range lies in here because we need to use right join, and I don't think there would be any other case scenario that you could use for this solution. So what you could do is basically for your LinkedIn profile, you could also submit this, but it might help in your profile, and just explain that what you have done. Basically, I won't do it because I already have like because already have gone through all this question. I'm just trying to give you idea how to approach this question. So basically, what you need to understand is basically you need to have this diagram in your head. Okay, this is employee uni and this is employee. Then I need to get this from this table if we join. And how could I get those? Like, because this contains the unique ID, and I need to get unique ID and as well as employees name. So how would I able to do this? So first thing you in this mind you came was, okay, we need to use the join statement, but here there is when we need to use the right join is because we need to get show the unique ID of each user. If a user do not have unique ID, just replace it by 0. So that's case we are considering that also. So that's why we are using right join statement. So where the user unique value ID is 0, that would be considered as a null. Now let's move on to our next question and see how to approach that question. Now let us look at the next question that we are going to solve is, that is product sales analysis 1. So first we look at, okay, what kind of table we have. So first we need to get clear on, okay, which table we are going to look at, what's the question, what we need to show. And SQL questions are very easy and could be sometimes tricky, but it's very fun to solve. Like it's like a I think it could be said as an English statement that we need to get, and there is some sort of a puzzle. So you have this table, you have this table, and then you need to use some kind of query to get the result. So that could be a challenging thing. So we have sales in here. We have type to be integer type and combination of columns with unique value. So sales ID are unique values here. Product ID is a foreign key here, product ID. So you could use as a reference column to other product, that is product table. Each row of this table shows as a sale on the product ID in set, and note that price is per unit. So here we have price as per unit. We have next table name product, in which we have column type product ID and product name. In this we have type to be integer and varchar as the type. Now write a solution to report that product name, year, price for each sale on this. So what we need to do is, uh, first we need to like write a solution to report the product name and all those things. Okay, so first we have, let's say we have sales table here. So from this question what we get is we have sales table here, and we have a product table, and then we need to return everything, I think. So write a solution to report the product name, year, price for each sale ID in the sales table. So for each sales ID we need to get all the sales ID. For each sales ID, we need to get all the product name, column, all those things. So basically, what we need to do is we need to make only full join, and that will help us to resolve all this issue. So basically, full join will give you all the product name, product everything from the sales ID, and you will be able to get all the through join statement. You will be able to get all this data. So what we have here is basically, let me open the question and close this out. So now what I will do is, what we need to first select the column is, we need to select sales ID, product ID, year, quantity, price, and select sales ID, sale ID. We need to select product ID. We need to select year, quantity. We need to select the price. Okay, we have selected all the columns that we need to select from the tables. So from which table one we need to first select? So from table one, first we could select the all this, and then we need to just make a join statement to this to get the product ID and the product ID we need to get. So we select from product sales, and then we need to make a join statement on both the things. So join table 2. What is our table 2? Basically product, and then what we need to do is on sales dot sale ID. Sorry, so I think we have product ID as the foreign key. Here it is written. So I was worrying that we have somewhere like sale ID is not there. So that's why product ID is our foreign key. So we'll wrote those down, product ID, and then we need to write this down for this product 2. Product ID, and then we could run this. Product ID is in the field is ambiguous. Okay, let's me check. The reason why it's saying product ID is ambiguous because we have selected all those things. So here it shouldn't be product ID because we are not taking it from the product sales. So we just only need to show sale ID and product year, quantity, rice, and that's why it's giving some error. I think quantity in the field list. Yeah, quantity is also extra part that we not need to show. And if you have this database, and if you are able to run this on PostgreSQL, you might able to run this. And here we could see that output and expected output. So sale ID, product name. So here we need to, instead of sale ID, we need to, it's saying that we need to get the product name, and I think year and price are correct. Yeah. So product instead of sale ID, what we could do is product name, and this, I think always this error are helpful for us because we know uh, there is 100 when you approach this kind of a question, there is like um, 90% of chance that you might not able to attempt in first try, and it's and then the error occurs, and the reason for error occurs is because it will help you to understand, okay, this is my error and how to approach this, and this is very helpful in your software development or in your data science journey because there will be chances that those error are lot, and to approach those error, how you should be able to approach this error is another skill in data science, and it uh, like people could not make any lectures on to this. It come across when you face it more and more errors, you get very much comfortable into it. Okay, if this is error, I know I could solve this, instead of like you could skipping all this question or just passing by it. It won't help. So you need to know, okay, if there is any error and how could I beat this. So here we have this, and all those questions you could make notes or related tags. For this, let us make a solution, and I will show you. Like, just remove this. I will just make a simple title solution. Solution for product sale analysis one, and uh, you would make some comments about that using join statement. We could solve this question easily. And the reason why I post this is because it will be helpful for some other people when they see this question, and they are they will be able to see, okay, how to solve this. And um, I'm going to repeat itself that it helps in your views in stats, just to think that okay, you are making some progress. And yeah, that's all. Like, you could see, okay, those repetition force, like some would like those question like your approach. And here you could see like some I would poor reputation in lead code. And the reason I got it because I whenever I was solved, just upload it, and some people find it helpful, some people upvote those. And like similarly, you could see this Pascal time beats on Rust. I've solved it, so some people could like it, and it would be helpful for each other. And yeah, when you show your lead code profile, which is now people are shifting from lead code because of LLMs. You could use easy LLM, and it was acceptable, but it's still relevant. People could see that okay, he have practice a lot on those questions, and it's like a positive side to the interview. Now let us move on to the next question and see how we could solve. Now let us look on to the next question, that is employee bonus. So here we have column name, employee ID, name, supervisor, salary, and the type are integer, varchar, integer, and integer. So employee ID type is integer, name, varchar. Varchar is basically you could consider as string, like contains a lot of characters. So varchar, supervisor as integer, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and salary as an integer type. So employee ID is the column with the unique values. So employee ID is the value could be considered as unique value, and I think it could be considered as foreign key here. Why? Because you could connect those tables. Each row of this table indicates the name and the ID of an employee in addition to their salary and the ID of their manager. So we have got their ID of their manager, all those things we have got. Similarly, we have table bonus. In this, we have employee ID, which could be used to connect this two table, and we have bonus integer. So okay, we have employee ID is the foreign key, and each row of this table contains the ID of the employee and their respective bonus. Write a solution to put the name and the bonus with the write a solution to report the name and bonus amount of each employee with a bonus less than 1000. So okay, here we have bonuses, and they have table bonus. So here, if we look onto this, we what we did is basically we need to check if someone have bonus less than 1000, and we need to show that. So here we could see that employee ID 2 has a bonus of rupees 500, and employee ID 2 is basically Dan, and let me, yeah, it's Dan, and he has like Dan has employee it needs to be shown, and we could see that other employees does not have any bonuses. So they are also being shown. So you could see that Ron, Brad, and John did not have any bonuses. So there, we should also include this. So this is very tricky question, and it might could you throw you off because you might okay. So we need to make a condition. Okay, where is bonus is less than 1,000? We need to show. That's the first case, but you need to consider the edge case. That is okay when there is no bonus given to employee ID and bonus did not have. We need to look on to for that as well. So what we need to do is first we need to create this table. So we have this employees. In this we have employee table, I think, and I think the next table name is bonus. So what we need to do here is basic. So what we need to do is we need to get the employee name and we need to have their bonuses. Basically this part of this there, and we need to check also that we need to return this. So basically what this kind of join is, so employees are table 1 and bonus is our table 2. This is a left join, and uh, because we need to show bonus is less than 1,000, we need to show that also where bonus is less than 1,000. We need to consider that case, or bonus is null. We need to have that condition. So how we could solve this? So employee bonus, let's deep dive into the okay. So first we select what things we need to show first. So we need to show yeah, we need to select name and we need to select bonus. From where we need to select, so our employee is the first table, then the next statement would automatically be your table 2 left join on table bonus, and on this what we need to do is we need to make a condition that okay, the how you could connect those basically first. So employee dot emp id should be equal to bonus dot emp id. Okay, so we have got this where, and what's the next condition is where bonus should be less than I think 1,000. It's yeah, so it should be less than 1,000. So less than 1,000, and or bonus is null. I hope. Let's see if it's submitted. So yeah, we have submitted it, and let's submit it. And here you could also make like submission and post it out. Now let's see the last question that we are going to look at is rank scores. So here we have the column name, ID scores, we have integer type, we have score decimal, and here is the ID is the primary key. And what we need to do is write a solution to find the rank of the scores. The ranking should be calculated according. The score should be ranked from highest to the lowest based on the score. So we need to score like rank based on the descending score. Basically, the lowest to high. So the sorry, the highest the highest the score, the lowest the rank is. And if there is a tie between the both should have the same ranking. After a tie, the ranking should be a next consecutive integer, and in other words, holes between ranks. And with these two statements, could you guess which thing we have to use? And if you are saying dense rank, yes, because we that's why uh, the purpose of dense rank was this only. So if there is a tie between two scores, both should have the same ranking, and then the next ranking should not be skipped. Return the result order by score in descending order. The result should be in the following folder. And let's see how we could approach this. So we need to use dense rank and basically um, just use the order by descending score, and then we are good to go. So what I will do is, first is I will select what I need to select. I need to select and create a ranking. So I will do this. So what will I will do is select score, and then we need to create a dense rank over, and then what we need to do is we need to order by it by scores score descending, and then we need to change it because we need to make this as a rank integer type. So like here we need to use that rank, you could not call it a dense rank. And then we need to say it from which table we are selecting it. I think scores it is, so let's check. Yeah, S capital, so scores, and let's run it. And I think yeah, I know score. Let's see what's the issue and try to fix it. And basically, I found the issue and tested out. The issue was that there was this mistake with the comma. Once you fix it, this is very simple solution. And here's how you use dense rank. And with this, we could wrap up our lecture. And I will see you on to the next lecture. That is in which we are going to look at how you could connect your MySQL with Python. And mostly now SQL commands are completed. Now I would suggest you to attempt a lot of question lists that I will be providing you in this course. And I hope to see you on to the next lecture. Thank you everyone.